Hi all. Uh, this is Paramashivam. Okay. In this video, we are going to see that what is the Elastic Stack product and what are the different categories. Okay. Um, the first and foremost is Elasticsearch. So obviously, as I said in my previous video, okay, here we will index our document and we will do analysis, okay, tokenizings. All the analysis will happen in the Elasticsearch itself, okay. And once the analysis is done, the data queried, okay, Elasticsearch comes with its own language for the querying purpose, okay. So that using that query language, we will pull that data from the Elasticsearch and create the dashboard or create the report using the Kibana. Okay, this is the that is a purpose of Elasticsearch. So actually we will be running more than one node of Elasticsearch usually. Okay. Okay. So Elasticsearch, we when more than one instance is running, we call as a Elasticsearch cluster. So always in production environment, okay, it will be running as a cluster of Elasticsearch in a node or instance. Okay. Apart from that, the data shipper. Okay, so for the Elasticsearch, the data has to be pushed, right? Okay, there can be four ways: either APM server or Logstash or any other beats, okay, or Elastic agent, okay, some language SDK. So these are the different tool or different product again comes from the Elastic Stack, okay, to push the data into Elasticsearch. Let's see one by one what is there. Okay, so beats. So beats obviously is a lightweight agent. Beats is a really a lightweight agent. Okay, most of the beats has been developed in Go language. Okay, so we wherever we need to monitor, okay, so there we have to download our appropriate beats, any one of these beats, and we should run. Mostly we should run with the admin rights if it is Windows or Linux, whatever it is. So we should run with the admin rights, then only it can able to collect the appropriate metric data. We call as a metric set. Okay, so we can collect the metric data and ship into Elasticsearch directly. That is one option. Okay, so probably these are the frequently used beats. Apart from these beats, let's say file beat for log files, function beat for cloud data, metric beat. Okay, so system level metrics, then and a lot of metric data we can collect. Okay, again heartbeat is availability or uptime of the service or URL, something like that. Winlog beat come for to monitor the collect the metrics from the Windows machine or Windows event. Okay, packet beat obviously network base specific. Okay, audit beat. Okay, so the audit beat comes from the audit beat to get the audit data like user logged in, sudo access, and the user group, all the stuff. Okay, so similarly cloud community based beats are there. It has more than 80 beats are there. Okay, you can get like community based community beats. Okay, here you can see these many beats are there. So, okay, these beats are community based. Again, it is not maintained by the Elastic Stack. Okay, so whenever you need, you can check the corresponding beats available or not. Okay, if it is available, obviously you can download and use for your project. So these beats can is addition to the these 6 beats. Okay, these are the 6 beats officially comes from the Elastic vendor. Okay, so the beats collecting, right? So the collected metric data is pushed into Elasticsearch. That is a straightforward way. Whenever we don't want to do much manipulations before indexing, in case if you want to, if you want do any manipulation on the metric set or metric data, we will be prefer to use a logstash. There we can do filter, even we can avoid the particular event, something like that. Okay, exclude a particular event, or remove some of the field, or we can add some of the field. So we will define pipeline in the logstash. Okay, and after the modifications we can push into the Elasticsearch. That is another way. Okay, so again, Beats itself comes with its own processor. Okay, and Elasticsearch has some ingest pipelines. So if you want to do some manipulations, okay, manipulations without using logstash also, you can try with the processor and ingest pipeline of Elasticsearch. So ingest pipelines running in the Elasticsearch itself. So all the events executed by the ingest pipeline just before the indexing. Okay, that is aspect one set of tools or one set of agent, okay, which you push the data into Elasticsearch. Now next, the logstash. Okay, so logstash usually logstash, it's developed in a Ruby language. Okay, it is a very big process, okay, when compared with the Beats. So it's a very heavy process. Okay, so where we can run a number of pipelines. Okay, obviously in your production environment we may be running we may be restricting ourselves few pipelines in one instance of logstash. That means we may running several instances of logstash. Okay, each instance of logstash may run more than one pipelines. Okay, so okay, so so each pipelines is actually processing our agent, event. Okay, so each pipeline will receive the event and do some filtering, then push into the Elasticsearch. So so logstash itself has a number of input plugins. Okay, you can use those input plugin to collect the data itself. Okay, without use of any of the Beats. Okay, then so logstash then it push into Elasticsearch. This is the another source for pushing the data into Elasticsearch. Then APM server and fleet servers. Okay, APM server and fleet server. So these two server also, APM server means actually Elastic can be used for many kind of use cases. Okay, I will explain what is use cases available, what is the different kind of use cases we can achieve using Elastic Stack product. Okay, that APM server is one of them. So okay, we can monitor the application performance. So internal, let's say it could be different language. Okay, the APMs. So your applications may be developed in any of this language, Go, Ruby, Python, Node.js, .NET, Java. Okay, so any of these applications running on particular servers. So internal detail of JVMs, heap usage, and garbage collections, and how long the transaction executed. Okay, what is the trace, all the stuff. So internal of the particular applications we can monitor. For that we will be using corresponding agent, and that agent will push into the APM server. So here the APMs in the APM server, the actual metric set is updated or modified, okay, as a JSON, that then it will be pushed into the Elasticsearch. So this is another source of data for Elasticsearch. Now after that, the thing is language SDK. Okay, so let's say the existing or given beat is not suitable for your use case. Okay, and you want to programmatically interact with the Elasticsearch. Obviously there is SDK available. Okay, these are the different programming language SDK available. So again, Ruby, Go, .NET, Java, Rust, Python, Perl, Node.js, PHP. Usually people prefer either Java or Python. Okay, to write the most of the times to write the scripting. Okay, so which collect the data and push into the Elasticsearch. So these are the different data source available to push into Elasticsearch. So as I said earlier, in the Elasticsearch only we have once you receive the data, we are going to do all the analysis, indexing, analyzing, many things will happen. Okay, after that, so once the data is analyzed, okay, we have to the next goal is we have to pull the data. Either we have to create the visualization or create the report, or alert appropriate teams, okay, for maintenance, something like that. Okay, So for that we will be using Kibana. Kibana is again web-based applications. Okay, it's completely web-based application developed using the Node.js. So, okay, Node.js and React.js in fact. Okay, so Kibana is a web applications. Within the web applications there are different pages or app. In we call each one is a separate app. Okay, so APM, let's say APM app will display all the APM metric data and the dashboards. Okay, and traces all that stuff. Similarly, discovery we will be using for querying. So manually, if you want to query, then we will be using discovery page. Okay, similarly consoles. So whenever we want to run the query within the Kibana, then we can use console. There we can run our Elasticsearch query. Okay, visualization, obviously the default one is everybody expecting the dashboards. Okay, then machine learning. Okay, then machine learnings. Okay, you can run machine learning jobs also on the events which is collected in the Elasticsearch. So these are the different products. Okay, these are the different products, and some of things pushing data into the Elasticsearch, and some of the tools pulling data from the Elasticsearch. Okay, again of course Kibana is one of the tools. You can write any language SDK, any language SDK to pull the data as well. So, okay, you can pull out the data from the Elasticsearch. Okay, but most of the times Kibana is a tool. Sometimes people will use Grafana. Okay, so in Grafana also, from the Grafana also you can pull the data from the Elasticsearch service. So this is the high level introduction of the Elastic Stack product. Okay, and each in details we will I will explain. Okay, I will explain in each one down the line in separate videos. Okay, and of course as I said, real user monitoring also available in the Elasticsearch service.